Future Theory first formed when we were at music college together. We were a three-piece originally, and we'd written a few good songs, but we needed someone to sing them, so that's when Max came in to play. Rowan already knew Max, knew he was a good singer, so we asked him to join the band and complete the lineup. The main identifying features of Future Theory's sound is our heavily affected guitar sound. We like to use a lot of delay, reverb, distortion. Then also we've got quite a unique vocal approach with Max, which is very reminiscent of a lot of early 90s sort of grunge artists, sort of Chris Cornell, Lane Staley, that kind of thing. And then across the board we're very influenced by a lot of psychedelic rock, alternative rock, progressive rock, indie rock, anything alternative really. We like that heavily processed guitar sound, so we like acts like Radiohead, we like acts like Nirvana, Soundgarden, The Verve even, and then more modern acts, we like bands like Psychedelic Corn Crumpets, Weedpecker, and then we like sort of cult psychedelic bands like the Brian Jonestown Massacre, and then classic prog rock bands like Pink Floyd. So yeah, quite a lot of diverse influences in the Future Theory sound.
So for why, Chris really brought the idea to the table on this one. He had the nice melody of the guitars already written, somewhat of the structure, but then just the ending, we seemed to refine that together. Our drummer Rowan didn't like so much of it. It was like slightly jazzy what Chris was trying to do on guitar, and I think Rowan wanted it a bit more straightforward, but really bum 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 to the point with nice rhythmic ending to it. And so we spliced it up like that together, and it worked really well in the end. Lyrics of Why are about a dysfunctional relationship, my experiences and the experiences I've seen with other people. I'm sure you can reflect on these things because we've all been through them. I think I've done a pretty good job of the words, and I hope they mean something to you as well.
So an interesting fact that, well, some people know, but not a lot of people. Max's dad had a band called Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry in the 80s, and they were quite a big band in the post-punk industrial scene, and quite a pioneering band in terms of guitar sounds and using drum machines. Another interesting fact, the producer that we worked with on this record, Eve Altana, he's done a lot of production with Peter Hook from Joy Division. He's worked with Mark Burgess from the Chameleons. He's worked with loads of really interesting bands from the 80s and 90s, so it was good to have his recording pedigree on this song.
So now for the more funny / awkward fact of Future Theory. So in, one summer, quite a few years ago, we played a headline show for our local, it was a rehearsal room actually, puts on some really good shows around Lincolnshire, and we played this one at an old venue called The Brewer, and one of our ex-bassists decides to take his top off anyway, just before, or slightly before, we play Healer, which is, one of the more emotional, chilled songs in the set, and he decides to tell everyone that it's so emotional and, such a sad song that everyone might think about killing themselves, basically. And we were a bit gobsmacked, obviously, and a bit like, oh right, okay, this is happening. Let's get on with the set now. Brushed it off, talked about it later, but that was a funny story. It was a funny story looking back. So for a writing process, what usually happens is I've either written a verse or a chorus, or Chris has written a set of chords or a riff, or he's got a couple of parts as well, and we usually come together, either me or him, or we go straight to practice, and then it kind of just forms from there. Usually I don't tend to write lyrics beforehand. I usually write them after we've kind of pieced the structure together and all the melodies are there. I do sing something, but they've not got lyrics to them. I just kind of like hum or make words up. And then usually my writing for my lyrics as well, I like to pick out maybe something that I've sung, could be by accident or something I've internally thought about. And then I find that I've got like maybe 2 sentences of really nice lyrics, and then I stick them together and make a whole song out of it basically, and base the song around that.
Plans for the rest of the year, 2023, we have a UK tour at the end of June, and you can find all information about that on our website, all our social media pages. We're going on tour with a band from Scotland called Soundmind. We're playing Leeds, Lincoln, Nottingham, Sheffield, Newcastle, Edinburgh and Glasgow. So it's quite a good extensive UK tour. We've got singles that we're going to be releasing every couple of months for the rest of the year, and then an EP that will follow. And yeah, basically just looking for more shows all the time, looking to keep expanding, looking to reach more people that love our music. So yeah, we've been Future Theory, thanks for listening.